Hello, thrift friends, and welcome back to another episode of Good Game Grabs. If it is your first time here on this channel watching this sweet content, let me introduce myself. My name is Nabiar. Some people call me Ray. My wife, my partner in thrift, her name is Zesty. Some people call her Emily. And we are here at our very first estate sale of the year. I'm super excited. Haven't been to a garage sale either, by the way, but I'm super excited. This sale looks pretty huge. We are here about 30 minutes early. Let's get in here. Let's see what we can find for flipping and maybe for collecting. So first feelings walking out of that sale, man, I felt like there was definitely potentially some stuff that I have overlooked just because I don't have the knowledge for it. I feel like there was maybe some kitchenware, glassware, that type of stuff that I necessarily didn't know was worth it or not. I think their prices were super fair. I got out of there for $8. I think those Adidas boosts that we pick up, I mean, just those alone, once they get cleaned up, those will definitely be worth this trip. But, you know, small first trip, I think it's fine, and we forge on. So I made a little executive decision. We are now at the bins right now because I felt like that estate sale just wasn't enough sourcing for today. And even though our death pile is getting quite big, we're chipping away at it constantly, but it's getting big. We're gonna call this just a quick run, less than an hour. Media, a little bit of GM, maybe a little clothing. We'll see. Let's go. First one in here. This will be interesting. Doesn't look like a lot of oh, this might be disc space stuff. All right. I'm gonna put the camera down and start digging. No shot this is actually in here. Oh my gosh, dude. Let's go. I'm like the only one of 3 people in like the media right now. This is actually crazy. But we're filling up the bag today. Oh my gosh. Wii Sports, let's go. Is it actually in there? Yeah, let's go. Another one, guys. Let's go. Critters on VHS. That's a really solid one right there. You guys thought I was joking. Like, I am the pretty much only game collector I know, only vinyl collector. I mean, this is crazy. This is crazy. What the heck, guys? There's nobody that's like, there's no competition here today. There's no competition. I'm gonna fill this bag and then some. They just keep coming, guys. We got some Sims 2, which is always solid. We actually got a medium box Sims right there. I've never found this one, but we'll see. I mean, sealed Blu-rays out the butt. This looks like an old, I don't know, is this a DOS game? Yeah, Amiga and IBM. This is really neat. So that's sealed, new. Who knows how crazy that's gonna end up being. But I mean, this almost feels surreal. of how there's just nobody like competing with me today. It's crazy. And crap, maybe. Okay, another sealed computer game. I'm not a 1987 sealed. Quake 2, big box. Feels like it's all in there. This day is getting insane right now, guys. Found myself an older PC that has not been touched. So we're taking the RAM. We might take the hard drive because it is a SATA. It is a SATA hard drive, so it's a little newer connector. We might take that CPU if we can get to it, but we're at very minimum taking the RAM here. I don't know how I managed to, but I got down in there and I had to take my glove off to get the CPU out. There we go. And we'll just sell these in lots. We've been picking them up. We'll sell them in lots. So first I saw this. I was like, this looks like a cheap Wii remote. And then I see this. What the heck? What is this? Is this a ripoff of Wii right now? The Reactor. Interactive wireless gaming system with 42 built-in games. Wow. Interesting. Alright. Anyway, I was taking a look at these cool panoramic photos. I don't know. I just thought they were really neat. You don't see old panoramics very often, so I think I'm going to go ahead and at least look through these because they're cool. Maybe even just for personal use. I'll take them obviously out of the binder so it's not so heavy. Heck yeah. So one part of me is like, Ray, just take the W and get the heck out of here. Just conserve your energy. But the other part of me is like, keep looking in the GM because I feel like, again, there's just not a lot of competition here today. And I feel like there's a ton of great stuff that is being overlooked right now. I am really at a crossroads. I just saw this in the last bin in the row right before I'm checking out, and I went and looked up comps. And this is looking good, guys. This is a bag full of goodies, and it just keeps getting better. What the heck? What the heck? Man, we got out of there for less than 25 bucks today, guys. Rarely am I sort of breathless when I go to the bins. You know, there's been probably 2 or 3 times. This is definitely another one of those times. Let's go home and talk about this haul. All right, guys, it is spicy haul review time, y'all. We ended up spending $23.81 today, and actually it should have been less because we had this book in there, but not by very much at all. Because we do pay for books by the inch at our Goodwill bins. But yeah, guys, $23.81 for all of this stuff, and man, there are some absolute bangers in here. You guys already just saw this Goosebumps book. It is a low number, but we've been selling these in the booth lately for around like $4 to $5 a piece. So yeah, we've been selling just single Goosebumps books, especially ones that are not in my collection. We have Critters here on VHS. This is actually known as the red box one because obviously the red border, but this is also kind of special because you actually have the flap here to open the VHS, which is really, really neat. But yeah, so this is actually, you know, given the condition issues of this one, this is probably on the lower end, about 30, but if you get this in minty condition, this can be a $40 VHS right here, guys. So pay attention to little variants like this. Just a classic horror VHS right here. Moving on to the CDs that we got today, just some really solid ones. There was like the Cars double disc. I think we actually got this twice. So there was another one actually. There was 2 Cars double discs that I got. This is the anthology. I don't think those are anything crazy. I honestly don't think that we got any CDs that were like super, oh my gosh, about. We got, you know, some good stuff though, like Talking Heads, which is pretty solid. A couple Lenny Kravitz CDs. Yeah, so not anything too wild. I actually did not mean to grab this. I don't know why we did. I'm probably actually going to redonate this one now that I'm looking at it. Temple of the Dog, pretty solid right there. Black Sabbath cassette, which is cool. Little goofed up on the back there, but in pretty solid shape. Otherwise, happy to have this Black Sabbath cassette. This will fly out of the booth for sure. And DVDs, I thought it was going to be all bread and butter. Like, I mean, we do have some bread and butter stuff like The Tourist, 28 Weeks Later, you know, but actually, oh gosh, now that I'm spilling stuff, Foyle's War or Folly's War, I'm not sure how to pronounce that. This one was pretty solid. Surprisingly, NCIS, This 11th season sealed was solid. This is another bread and butter. And then this Rolling Stones 4 flicks was actually solid as well. So, you know, more than just bread and butter in the DVDs, I am a happy, happy camper. In the same vein, we got some Blu-rays today. We did find the Harry Potter Complete 8-film collection on Blu-ray. This one's pretty solid, guys. I think this one was anywhere from like 15 to 20, if I remember correctly. Otherwise, just some really good bread and butter. We did get the Dark Knight sealed right here. Just because it's the Dark Knight, though, I'm sure this won't command too much. But yeah, I don't think that there's anything to write home about in here, but just some really solid stuff. And again, if you guys don't know, we typically do take Blu-rays in and trade them in and get some good stuff and then resell that, or however it may go. Maybe we just sell these straight up in a lot. Who knows? We haven't decided yet, but always happy to find this many Blu-rays in one haul. Okay, now we're getting into the good stuff. The PC games, guys. The PC games that we found today were absolutely killer. Revenge of Defender. This is I guess this was an arcade cab at one point in time, which is really cool. So you know it's gonna have some nostalgia for somebody for sure, but this is basically geared for, you know, old IBMs and Amiga systems. So this is really, really neat. 1989, guys, and sealed. It does have some box damage on top here, which does hurt it a bit. You know, it's kind of caved in. I don't know if the camera can really pick up on that, but it's caved in right there. But otherwise, it's in pretty dang good shape. It was at Software City at one point in time, so that's pretty cool. Software City price at one point was $26.21, and the actual retail price outside of Software City, it was $34.95. Speaking of, though, that makes me wonder if this is a reseal or not. I'm not 100% sure, but you know, I think that we're still going to go ahead and sell this as brand new, because to me, this does not look like a reseal, just judging by, you know, how it looks. But again, we'll do some homework on it just to make sure. We'll try to find some copies that have sold. I don't remember if there was an exact comp for this game, but we'll find something. We'll find something somewhere, I'm sure. Moving on, I already knew this was going to be good when I got it. I actually found this a little bit later in the morning, not too much later, maybe like 15 or 20 minutes later. People kept passing it up. I obviously overlooked it when I looked in that bin at the time. This Quake 2 is complete inside, but it definitely has some box damage, which is really unfortunate. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try, because it already does have some cardboard in there. You know, it's got like a cardboard lining that goes down the sides, and that's why you can see that the sides are actually in pretty good shape, except for right there. But I might try to make a cardboard boat that sits in here and will hopefully reshape in this box maybe a little bit, so we can kind of salvage this box a little, because I think if we can, we could get upwards of $90 for this big box PC game. If you guys don't know about big box PC games, dude, check them out. Check them out, especially for popular titles like Quake. And if the game finds, the PC game finds couldn't get any better. We got 2 more sealed games. Now these are sports games, so they're not as crazy, but Greg Norman is a classic, well-known golf player. So that was really cool. Virgin Records did something with this game. This is another IBM or Tandy. We actually just sold a Tandy not that long ago. From the Hoarder House pick, actually. But yeah, this is sealed brand new. What year is this from? I'm not even sure. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure. But, you know, 5 1/4 floppy disk. So it's definitely of that era. And then Super Sunday, 1987 season. This is so cool. This is so cool. But yeah, IBM PC, PC Junior, and compatible. So really, really neat stuff. Brand new sealed. Also Software City. Right there. Just some really neat stuff. Moving on to the video games. Oh my gosh, guys. We got to talk about it first. Def Jam Fight for New York. I feel like this game flies under so many people's radars. If you find this game on GameCube, it's worth even more. But yeah, this is a $150 game, even for the greatest hits version. Fortunately, actually, let's double check here. Fortunately, the sticker was on the outside of the artwork, so we're probably actually going to end up just probably case swapping this game for another PlayStation 2 game that has a way better case, so we can kind of preserve it. But yeah, the disc itself is in pretty solid shape. It might get resurfaced, it might not. I have very high hopes that this will test out just fine. And the manual is, I mean, really, really solid. So yeah, this even the greatest hits version is like $150. This is up there with, I think this is the second most expensive game find I have gotten from the bins, aside from when we found Klonoa on PS1 at the bins. So really happy to have this one. I am not emotionally attached to this, also very fortunate. So this will be going up for sale as soon as possible. But other than that, we really did get a lot of bread and butter, like Battlefield 4, Fallout, America's Army, you know, Halo. This one might be okay. Halo Anniversary, Guitar Hero, you know, we always grab those. I actually did not mean to grab this Command & Conquer. I was looking for the sleeve, which this is really cool because it has all of the Command & Conquer's, Tiberian Sun, Red Alert, and Red Alert 2, but it doesn't have the sleeve. I still might throw this up on eBay and just see if somebody wants it, because I think it's really cool as like a big Red Alert fan, Command & Conquer Red Alert. I played the crap out of that game. I think this is really cool. So maybe somebody will want it without the sleeve on there. But yeah, other than that, the really notable one was Wii Sports, which, I mean, you guys know if you've sold media, this is always a solid bread and butter item, and it is complete with manual. It is rough on the disc there, but we'll go ahead and test it out. And if it tests out, you know, we'll probably get anywhere between like 17 and 20 bucks free shipping for this guy. Okay, so I was editing the video and I forgot to tell y'all about this bat, guys. So this bat right here is an Easton SL15X35, and the comps were looking really solid on this guy. You had 50 with 24, 40 with 30, 55 best offer with 12, and 75 free. This bat is in pretty solid shape. It does have some like chipping on the top there, but we have been using our Brasso, which is mostly for metals. I typically use this for all metal stuff, but it works great on bats because it gets out all these blemishes that are in the bat. You can kind of see where I started working on it right here. I don't know if that's going to come through on the camera, but then you've got like really blemished spots right there, and this will clean it all up, and it'll look pretty good. It's got a decent grip on it, so I feel like we got to get 40-50 bucks for this at very minimum. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about this bat that somebody threw back at the end of us at the bins, just right at the end, right of one of those bins. So guys, with that being said, we sell the Critters VHS. We've got all of our money back, leaving everything else, including that $150 game, as pure profit. If you guys like seeing footage just like this, be sure to hit that sub button down below. We are trying so hard to work to 3K subs. Help us hit it. Tell your grandma, tell your cousins, uncles, neighbor to subscribe to the channel. We'd really appreciate it. Like the video if you like the video. It costs you nothing to do. It really helps us out. But until then, guys, we will see you later on the next grab. Bye for now.